I'm live now. Oh yeah. Yeah, I think it's
how many movies do you guys talk about?
a lot.
That won't when you get muted?
Yeah. It might not be. You know, when it's like a little more underground, that it doesn't really mute.
Yeah.
Like Twitch doesn't mute it. But yeah, by the way, don't mute it, and on YouTube, don't block it, because the artist can monetize the video anyway. I'm not going to. So. And I guess we'll probably be on the road. We'll probably just do the road footage while we talk about the movies, since we really shouldn't have the light on while we're driving inside the car, and I feel like it's a danger issue, but at the same time, like, this is the only time we can do the show, so. And all that cleanup, I don't know, like, I always wonder if I'm like ever talking to other Twitchers out there. Would you call them Twitchers? I don't know.
Twitchy people? I don't know.
About this new thing with the 100 hours limit or whatever now on there. So there's a bunch of really great shows that we've done in the past that are just going to go away. Like, you're never going to see them again if you don't see them soon. So you better watch some reviews of movies that happened 3 years ago or whatever. And
right?
They're going to be all lost. But I guess they're all on ScatterBrothers, the Man from 1976 on YouTube. So, yeah. Problem with what?
Oh, the problem with our shows now is that we don't do them every single time we go see a movie. We do them like every
I know.
third or fourth time we see a movie.
What the heck?
So we end up reviewing a bunch of movies. Well, I guess we always did that, but sometimes we couldn't do it.
Just got trust down a bit.
But now it's even like there's more time between.
Yeah, I know, like a lot. Like, I feel like we still would even need to talk about The Surfer, maybe?
Yeah.
And
I don't think we talked about The Surfer.
and then this one, the Ruse, right? It was called The Ruse. It was
Fight or Flight.
Fight or Flight, yeah.
And the Clown in a Cornfield.
Oh, yeah.
And what's the other one?
There's got to be something else, even.
Oh, maybe Accountant 2.
Oh, the Accountant 2. Yeah, definitely.
So we better get started.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Well,
so I guess, should we just turn off the lights and just have it on the road? Or?
Yeah, that's probably fine. Just on the road.
Yeah. Oh, I better turn this down actually more too. That would suck if that whole thing was muted.
Which way should I
we
go?
were actually introing. Oh, I don't know. Dang, I should have put it on the maps first. So it's on the screen here. What else? I feel like there is something else though.
Well, those are the last 5 movies we saw. So
yeah,
there's more than that. Maybe. I mean, do we ever even talk about Sinners or?
Oh no, I don't think so.
Probably not.
No,
right?
I don't think we even talked about Sinners. That's crazy.
Probably.
I mean, we talked about it, but we just didn't go live. You know, like we probably should just go live every single time. When we go outside the movie theater, we're just talking. We might as well, because
we could just do it like all rogue style, where
yeah, like guerrilla.
Yeah, guerrilla.
Oh yeah, I guess you could just go that way, right? Thousand Oaks, where's what Parkway, all that. Yeah. So what do you want to talk about first?
Starting route to 46 Morgan's Bluff.
That's still go left.
Head west on Pat Booker Road, then take the first left onto North Interstate 35.
I just announced my
Use the left lane to merge onto I-35 south.
Okay. Like, now we know where it is, so we can kill him. Gotta stop these shows.
Oh yeah. Yeah, somebody's got to stop this show. Somebody's got to stop this show from being able to be happening.
Okay. So, The Ruse. This was kind of an interesting movie because it was like you never knew really what it was supposed to be.
Yeah.
You know, like which direction was it going in? Because it kind of played out like a ghost story, and then sort of a serial killer type thing, and then sort of and
like,
just went in all kinds of directions. It was sort of a whodunit at the end, really.
Yeah.
Like a
murder mystery, or like
detective kind of
but
thing.
Yeah, it was like all over the place, but not uncohesive.
Yeah.
But
like it kept the story going because you weren't really sure. Because the lady was talking about her husband like he was a ghost, and then all these like weird like ghost-like things.
I know. I'm still like thinking, was there a ghost there? Like,
I know. Yeah, that's the thing.
And,
like there were some things that like
yeah.
kind of like. Anyway, it was an interesting story, but without giving up too much, like it's sort of, you know, it'll kind of present
like
itself to you as you see it. But it was an interesting film. I would definitely say if you get the chance to see it.
Yeah.
I mean, you may not though. It seems like it's very limited release.
Oh yeah,
So,
definitely.
but if
I
you
mean, I
guys
didn't even
sort of-
hear about it. Like, I didn't even see it on upcoming films when I was looking at it. What was happening? What was gonna be happening? You know?
O'Connor and
Like, I didn't even see it. That's crazy.
So to get off O'Connor.
Well, you could. Oh yeah, that's right.
Might be 'cause
You
it's-
could go to Thousand Oaks, but maybe that's closed. Yeah, might be better.
Well, it's telling me to get off O'Connor.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, that leads into Horsewalk Parkway anyway. So.
Yeah. But see, Thousand Oaks is blocked off.
Yeah, it probably is.
So
Yeah.
it'd be weaker if anything.
Oh yeah. Whoa.
But yeah.
Hold that
So kind of interesting. Like, you like sort of suspenseful, sort of whodunit type of.
Yeah.
With a little ghost twist to it.
Yeah.
Some psychological things at the beginning with the old lady. I thought like.
Yeah.
She grabbed her hand. It's like great.
Yeah, some jump scares, like
Yeah, so it was
even
sort
when
of like they were trying to
yeah,
just like throw you off in a way.
Yeah.
Purposefully. Anyway, so I would say quality of film and like story and outcome, it's probably about the 4 bullet range for me.
Yeah.
I mean the quality obviously is very low budget. And
yeah, it was kind of like I almost felt like editing could have been better or something, where
Yeah.
you almost got a feeling sometimes that they were saying the lines separately from each other, kind of in a way, and then it was cut together.
yeah, some of the acting
Like
was
some of that kind of
stiff,
stuff.
too.
Yeah.
But I mean, you know,
There were
it's
some
not-
problems in
you
that
know,
way, but
better actors than I am, that's for sure.
oh yeah.
But you know, like there was some things that probably could have been better with more production value and more money and more,
Yeah.
you know, maybe more skilled actors. And the
Yeah.
acting wasn't bad. It was believable and like,
Yeah.
you know, the old lady is a familiar face. I can't remember her name, but she's in
Yeah, it's
a lot of stuff
pretty
in the 80s and
oh yeah.
90s and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I feel like I know
The bug-eyed. She always had
where
bug-eyes, like,
what she was in,
oh,
but I
she
can't
was
think
in
of it.
Alien. One.
Oh yeah, that's
She's an
right.
alien.
Oh yeah, that is that girl.
So,
crazy.
but that's the only one that's really
Yeah.
coming up. You know, I'm seeing her face with the bug eyes, kind of,
Yeah.
and I'm like, oh, there's one where she's like really in distress. I'm like, oh yeah, alien.
Oh yeah.
All right, so we're getting moving. So I would say about the 4 range. What do you think?
Yeah. Yeah, I was kind of maybe gonna go a little under that, maybe 3 bullets and
Yeah.
7
Yeah,
whatever
maybe
decimals
high
in
threes.
between the
Yeah, I'd probably go that. I'd probably agree with that.
close to
Maybe
4
3,
out of the 6 bullets. Yeah.
6, 3.7.
Yeah.
I think. Anyway, okay, Surfer.
Oh yeah.
Another one that's probably off the theater by now.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Well, and this is
With
another
Nicolas
one.
Cage and-
This was another one, just kind of like this one, where it's like
You didn't know,
you didn't
yeah.
know what direction it was going in.
Yeah, like you thought it was something else, and then it was something else.
Yeah.
And then it was something else. Like it was something that it was going to be earlier, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
And I'm still a little confused about some of the things. I'm like, could it be? Like, was it like, I thought even that at times it was like a time loop, and like, it was really discombobulating, I guess, in a way. But also the music, I remember, was really like kind of magical and like fairy tale like it was like, I feel like it was harp music or something, you know?
Yeah. Well, that's kind of how this movie too with the Ruse. They had some kind of weird music choices too.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes I thought it was kind of like real, like, oh, this is like real standard, like generic music, but at the same time, it was like also really powerful at times too. Like, it kind of really increased the feeling of the mood of the scene sometimes too, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like, but I was going all back and forth, and it may have been because of like the partaking or whatever.
Yeah.
That I was like seeing through some things, you know, or whatever.
Yeah, that's one of the
But
problems with it, is it
yeah. But yeah, so then, you know, it's like you have to like just kind of look through that and say, yeah, it was a pretty good movie.
Yeah. Story and stuff.
Yeah, it was like
Action.
original in a way. Like a lot of things that would happen in it were kind of like tropes or standards that you come to expect from a horror movie or whatever. But in a way, it was very unique too.
Yeah.
But back to Surfer.
Yeah. Well, the Surfer. I mean, the thing is, that's so fresh in our mind, but the Surfer really made an impact. I thought.
Oh yeah.
When we first saw it, and we were probably talking about it, and that's why we probably should be recording when we come out of movies.
Yeah.
Because it's fresh in our mind.
Yeah, because we want to talk about it anyway. Because for one thing, to kind of like try to remember what we were saying about it that night. Like when the experience was just fresh.
Yeah.
But
also, you get to see Nick Cage in his in all versions of Nick Cage, really.
Yeah. Yeah.
You see all the faces of Nick
True.
Cage.
Yeah, you can do that.
And he's like, can you call money? Broker.
Yeah, I was laughing a lot at that one too.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of crazy because you were like, oh, so now it's going this way, and then like it sort of switched again, and you're like, what?
Yeah.
But the performances were really good, and I thought the
bad guys were really menacing.
The bad guy, was with that big old teeth of like white teeth.
Yeah.
And, all tan.
Oh yeah.
That's the dude from Nip Tuck.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he was Dr. Doom,
Dr. Doom.
Yeah.
He was pretty intimidating as far as like just his persona and like his bullying, like sort of a bullyish thing. But in a way, then he becomes sort of like almost like a
guru
or something.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's a crazy movie, man.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And it just goes in all kinds of directions. I think maybe sometimes it lost its way and didn't really know which way it wanted to go, but.
Yeah.
But I kind of like that when movies do that because it sort of keeps you on your toes. You're like, what? Like this? And as long as you have like good acting and good, a good flow to it, where you're constantly engaged, like it works.
Yeah.
That's a weird movie.
Yeah, the music really does tie it together. I think in that way too. Like,
for sure. So this one would probably be higher for me than the Ruse. It would be probably in the 4, but in the 4 range, maybe 4.5.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'd say, kind of. Like, I almost want to go with 5 bullets, because I did go back to see the beginning of it again, since I missed the beginning, and I was reminded of that music. I was like, oh, wow, yeah.
Well, and also, we kind of went in afterwards just to watch a little bit of it, just because it was a good movie. Like,
you want to catch it. Another scene or whatever.
Yeah, just some of the scene. And the scene that we walk in was your scene where he's like kind of losing his mind.
Yeah.
Which was a cool scene.
Oh, yeah.
And then the ocean view and the bird's eye view.
Yeah, and the sound design. Like the whole, like, it was almost like, it was like almost like you were hearing in his mind, the void inside his mind or something, I don't know.
Yeah, definitely.
Something weird.
But it seems like kind of a hostile neighborhood. I don't know.
Yeah, I know.
Don't live it, don't surf it.
Yeah.
Anyway, but see, good.
Man, they were assholes.
If you get a chance to see the Surfer, go see it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay, and I would say right around that 4 to 5 range, somewhere in between.
Yeah. I'll probably give it like 5 bullets actually.
Yeah, I'll probably go just a little bit lower, about 4.7.
Yeah.
But very close.
Oh yeah.
And that's sort of a cop-out, just so I don't have to commit to 5.
Yeah. I just can't think of any decimals.
We put those decimals in there so that we can cop out.
Yeah.
We could waffle.
Well, it almost becomes like a 100, like a range. Like it's like you're grading it out of 100,
Yeah.
Because it's like it's like 60 stars is what we're basically doing, right?
Yeah.
Like the 6 bullets, but with like 10 decimals in between, like each one. Like
so 45 out of 60.
Yeah.
But definitely one you want to see and see it on the big screen too, because it's got a different impact.
Definitely.
It's different on the big screen. It's just you can't escape it.
Yeah.
You're like
it's like you are
orange, holding your eyes open, like
you are captive,
feeding you this insanity.
Yeah.
So, and if you watch it at home, you might lose some of that because you're like, what's going on? I'm checking your phone and
Yeah, like if anybody wouldn't agree with the way we experienced it, the first question I would ask is, did you see it on TV?
Yeah.
Like, or a phone? That would be terrible.
Well, I think people that really like to go to movies or like just people who are movie fans and like to see a lot of different movies go to the movie theaters a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure they also. Then again, like Anthony, he just watches it on his little phone.
Yeah.
Which is crazy to me, you know?
I mean, yeah. Even if I could see well up close, I think I'd be like, you know, it's like still, it's a tiny little window through which you're. I don't know. Did you have it?
Yeah.
After we left?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I feel like it's anyway.
Oh, you put your thinking cap on?
Yeah. Well, I just saw my hair, so.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, I know. Mine's all fuzzy. I think it's like the humidity or something like.
Yeah. And it's all curly.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's the other ones?
Oh, well, Accountant 2, like, however should we do it?
So, Accountant 2, like, yeah, we can do that one.
Sinners,
Accountant 2, because that's out in, like, kind of a bigger movie, so that one would still be out. But I mean, basically, with Accountant 2 is if you liked Accountant 1, you're gonna like Accountant 2. Dude, where's my freaking...
Yeah, and if you don't want to get, I mean, because I was surprised. I rewatched Accountant 1, and I was surprised at how many twists and turns there were, like, in the characters and all that, like. So it's almost like if you haven't seen a preview for Accountant 2, then don't watch it before you watch Accountant 1, you know?
Yeah, unless you remember what Accountant 1.
Well, I don't remember anything ever.
See, I had to watch it again, too, just because it gave me an excuse to watch it for a second time.
Yeah.
And then also to prepare for this one.
Oh, yeah.
But I didn't remember a lot of it. And the action was good.
Like, what?
Gavin O'Connor's a good director.
Yeah.
So he's, you know, it's going to be good in the sense of, like, action and, you know.
Definitely.
But yeah, a little...
And humor, you know.
Yeah.
Humor and, you know.
Yeah, some humor. And it was pretty... I mean, it had...
He didn't do much accounting in this one. Like, as far as, like, being an accountant. Helping people with their taxes, right?
Yeah. He did a lot of dating.
Yeah, that was weird.
It seemed like the dating thing was the... Yeah. That was a funny scene. And see, there's a lot of scenes like that are kind of like, you're like, what? This is kind of a weird scene for... Yeah. Even between the brothers, there was kind of weird scenes. But
I know. It's like, are they showing him succeeding or failing? I couldn't tell.
Yeah.
Also, it was like, I didn't know what the point of that scene was in a way, because it was like, seems like he's failing, but he did hack the system.
He garnered a lot of initial attention.
Yeah.
But once he started speaking, and
I
guess he was too boring. But some of those ladies, I think some of those ladies probably looked past it.
Yeah.
They're like, he's a little boring and weird, but...
Yeah.
But have you seen a photo of him? I think that was the idea behind it. But
oh, yeah.
But it was, I mean, there's a lot of cheesiness, too. That's the thing. It's a little, sometimes with that stuff, when it's supposed to be sort of a somewhat serious film, you know, it kind of gets, I don't know.
Takes you out of it?
A little bit, yeah. Because it's sort of like, it almost took on like a family film kind of feeling, but with like murder.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, yeah.
Like a...
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
But, you know, interesting characters, and they're going to probably make an Accountant 3, and, you know, we'll continue this story of two brothers who just go around, you know, killing everybody.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they you know, they're pretty good at what they do, I guess.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, yeah.
So I'd say go see it. If you liked Accountant 1, you'll like Accountant 2. But to me, it's sort of maybe around the 4 range.
Yeah.
Maybe 3. In that same kind of range, maybe 3.
Yeah, I'd probably do 4 bullets on that one.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
So, nothing special, but like good enough to recommend for sure.
I mean, it's definitely unique and original in terms of like
it was entertaining.
The characters and like their problems, and then what they do. I mean, what they do is pretty common in movies. Like, there's a lot of movies about assassins, but not a whole lot of autistic ones.
Yeah, but that just sort of added the quirkiness to it, I guess.
Yeah.
And then the line dancing scene, I was thinking like, Lord.
Yeah.
He was just trying to hook up in this one.
Yeah, right? Yeah. It's like his priorities have shifted.
A partner.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But I guess that was actually one of the themes of it in a way, really. or I might be getting it mixed up with other.
It was all about family, man. It was very Fast and Furious.
Very Fast and Furious.
Yeah, but entertaining, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd be around that 4 range, maybe 3.7, 2. Kind of the same as the Ruse in a different way.
Yeah.
That one had more production value, bigger stars.
Yeah.
Better scenes, but story-wise, they kind of.
Yeah.
Although if I probably would put it kind of just a little bit above the Ruse, just because of the. But they're so different.
Yeah, and right now, especially since it's been so long since we've seen The Accountant. I mean, it's one of the more recent ones we did watch, but still, if it's not the same night, it's not going to be the same review. You know, the same experience. Kind of, the experience goes away, which is why I think people don't go to the movies when they used to, because they've forgotten. You know, but
true that.
What was I going to say about that? I went off in a different direction. How did I start that off?
Oh, dude. Oh, wait, show them this when you show it to her.
What? Oh, that is
kind of came off earlier.
Oh, okay.
I tried to push it together, but.
Oh yeah.
So yeah. All right, let's talk.
What was I gonna say?
Oh, were you still saying something about accounting?
Yeah, I was going somewhere with that. Like, how did I start off what I said? Let me know in the chat. That's what I'm always hoping people will help me remember what I was talking about.
Like, I've lost my train of thought.
Oh, in fact, I did actually think about something. I was like, I kept turning the camera on myself after doing the rodeo show, and I was like, there was something I was gonna say, and I couldn't think of what it was. And what it was that I had in the title, I'd even had like that I was recording Daystar at that show last night, and then LA Witch, for some reason the network, like it said, you have no network connection or whatever.
Weird.
Which Twitch does give me that message a lot, and other things on my phone are working as if there's a network, but Twitch isn't, and it's just telling me, there's no network connection. But but that happened for the whole like LA Witch set. I couldn't do any footage of that one at all. But at the same time, I was real up close, and because they're like they don't have to be very loud because of the kind of music they're playing. Like, it's one of those ones where I can be right up next to the speaker, And so it was kind of weird, actually. At some point, she was singing, and I felt like our eyes connected, like we were too close. I was like too close, and I was like, I wonder if she thinks that was creepy. Because she was singing, and I was sort of like singing the words too. It was like a musical.
You were modeling each other. She was like, dude, seriously, like looking at a male mirror.
But
maybe that's why they didn't want to approach you at the bar later.
Yeah.
This guy I locked eyes with. This guy I locked eyes with.
Yeah.
We started singing in unison. That'd be crazy.
Yeah. And I didn't realize my hair looked so crazy at that time either. I knew something was going to be bad about it because there was a fan blowing right on the back of my head like that. It sucked. But I was kind of like in a weird position where I would just be going away from the band if I left that area, and I couldn't go anywhere else because everybody was short. I would have to stand in front of a shorter person.
Yeah, that's a bad thing, man.
So I just like let it, and then later when I first took that first selfie or whatever picture with one of the band members, and I looked at it, I was like, what the hell? My hair was like at times it almost looked like Buddy Holly, like that fluffy sort of pompadour effect, but I was like, what the hell?
Yeah,
so I went in and
like the up close version of it right there.
Yeah, it actually still is kind of doing that. So I had to like go tamp it down with some water. So, but I think it's this humidity, I think it's part of it, and then that freaking fan, But anyway, what were we going to talk about next? Oh yeah, so anyway, what I was trying to say on that other show was that I couldn't take video of LA Witch.
Why don't you just take it on your phone?
Because it's full.
Oh.
I got storage issues, man.
Or Facebook Live or something.
Yeah, I could have gone there, I guess, but I didn't think about it. Yeah. And then, of course, I was up close, as I said. But I should have.
The camera right in their face.
Yeah, I should have done a little bit, at least, Anyway.
Yeah.
You
live and learn.
Yeah. And they won't come back to San Antonio because nobody knew about the show.
Nobody shows up.
And, yeah. I mean, but they did actually get more ticket sales than the amount of people that were there, since we know about those 2 tickets that went to waste, maybe.
Yeah.
Or at least 1 ticket, right?
Nick buying 3
and
tickets.
Then, or and then him not finding his, so he bought another one. So, yeah, that's crazy. But I thought it was a pretty good crowd. I mean, I think they should have been happy about, our the people that did turn out. So,
how many people do you think were there? Like 30?
I don't know. Maybe 40, 50.
Oh,
I don't know.
That's not
I mean, it's a small room.
I mean,
and it was
Austin's
packed,
always going to get a bigger crowd anyway. They should know that by now.
Well, that's what I'm talking about, is that I think like more people should have been able to hear about this show.
Yeah.
Than did.
Well, you didn't even know about it.
No, I didn't think about it. And I knew that they were playing Austin. I was going to go to Austin to see them. And then I didn't even know about the show. I was like 7 o'clock in the pool, and you called me, and the show starts at 8. So I missed most of Daystar, but at least I found out about it, like, to let me know about Nick's text. Like I was like, how did I not know about this? Because I know about every single show, ever.
Crazy.
But I even looked on the Paper Tiger website, and it wasn't even listed. Yeah, in the events.
I was like, what the heck is going on? Hey,
I don't know, but Nick got his ticket like a month ago or something.
Yeah, you should say that.
That's crazy.
Oh, well.
Anyway. Were we going to talk about Sinners, though?
No, I think we did talk about Sinners.
Oh, I was about to say something about Accountant 2, but I forgot. Yeah. And now it's way gone. There's no way I'm going to recover whatever that was.
We're going to talk Fight or Flight next week.
Oh, yeah, Fight or Flight. Yeah.
And then Clown and
oh, damn, we got a lot.
I know, so I'm trying to move it along here.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But yeah, wow. Okay, so Fight or Flight. This one was a lot of fun. This movie. It was like sort of
very frenetic.
Yeah.
Or something but action packed and violence
and comic book like, almost like a comic book sort of scenario where you're superhuman or super
Yeah.
So I guess all movies are like that, because really Accountant,
it's like
they're sort of the same way as Killer.
Even the violence is dramatized.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of put over the top to
But this one was kind of in a way like John Wick, but like controlled into one environment.
Yeah.
And I wasn't sure how that was going to work.
Snakes on a plane.
Being on a plane, yeah. But it did work,
Yeah.
And there were some cool scenes, with being on a plane,
Yeah.
And good fight scenes and lots of good violence.
Yeah, definitely.
But it's almost like it's been so long you want to see it again to remember.
I know.
Everything.
That one is probably like the furthest away of all the movies we're talking about, right?
Yeah,
like as far as
like
when we saw it. Yeah.
But we only saw it last week.
But probably Sinners was a little bit older.
Oh yeah, Sinners.
Like we probably saw that before that. Except that Sinners was doing so well, we might have pushed it back.
Wow, Sinners.
We might have seen Fight or Flight before Sinners.
People to go see it.
Yeah, we don't even need to say.
Yeah.
I really wished I could see that one again, Fight or Flight, before we talk about it, because I really kind of don't remember a whole lot. I remember thinking at some point, is that the 5, 6, 7, 8? Like the music. I don't think it was, because I looked at the music and I didn't see anything familiar.
Yeah.
But I even thought there was a King Kong song in there.
I think you did.
Yeah, that's right.
Say that was.
But I didn't see evidence of that. But I might have missed, as the music's going by. I tend to forget that I'm trying to pay attention to something. I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah. Yeah, a lot of injuries that probably should have ended with death.
Yeah, right.
For the main character, that kind of thing, right? Like that kind of over the top stuff. Right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like can survive. No.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah,
it's like almost a superhuman quality.
But still believable. I mean, still like kind of within the realm of reality, and I mean,
if it was
for that kind of scenario, like if that scenario were to have occurred, Yeah. Still a little confused about like
why.
Yeah, why everything was revealed and like But I think I know why. Now that I think, I
Were
think
there
it might have just came into my
were there
head.
other non-killers on
Which
that
would be
one?
like a, yeah, that's what I was kind of wondering. Well, yeah, I think there were, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So those are all the cowering, like, in between. Yeah.
That'd be a crappy flight to be on.
Yeah.
Like, dude, everybody just started murdering each other. But I mean,
Yeah,
just also
crazy.
like the comic book aspect of like the people that were protecting her were like these like ninja warriors.
Oh, that's right.
Like,
Yeah.
Of
Oh,
all
yeah.
women, like
Yeah.
warriors, which seems very comic book like. And then you have
true.
you know, the one character with Josh Hartnett, the bleach hair, and
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, it just seemed very comic book like.
Yeah.
And very you know, Japanese sort of action.
You know what? There was
that sort of
yeah.
or Korean action, you know, whatever.
Like in that, it seemed like there was another thing where, like on the Ruse tonight, I felt like there was some history that wasn't revealed in any kind of way, and it was kind of like suddenly brought up, and maybe I just missed it at some point, you know, and like something that happened in the past, and I feel like in this one it was like that too, like he had done something to fall out of favor. And that's why he had bleached blonde hair, so it kind of explained that, right?
Yeah.
Because he was trying to like hide his identity and all that. But, and I guess that was revealed now that I think about it. I was like thinking that was something that I never quite got the answer to, but I think I did actually.
Yeah.
Actually, in that movie. So yeah. Yeah, I didn't walk away with any kind of regrets on that one. You know, like, or you know, things that bothered me, or like things that I didn't like about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I liked everything about it. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, it was interesting. It was very entertaining. And it had that, you know, I kind of tend to like those type of movies. So,
Yeah.
you know, Kung Fu Hustle and like those like John Wick, you know, those kind of over the top.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Definitely.
But
Bullet Train. It's basically like Bullet Train.
Yeah,
on a plane,
Train, yeah,
right? Right. In a way, but with a little extra bit of bad guys.
Yeah.
Or I wasn't sure how I was gonna say that. Like not a twist, it's not a twist. It's a scenario, like we keep saying, I guess. Yeah.
But yeah. So.
What do you think?
So this was probably right in
be,
that 4 to 5. So 4.5, 4.4. You know. I don't know if it was,
in a way, I almost don't want to give it more than The Surfer.
Yeah. It was kind of
but
very different movies, but like in that same range, probably.
Yeah.
Like more than Accountant, but less than.
Oh.
Surfer, maybe.
I just remember a scene too from Fight or Flight 2, where he took the wrong drug.
Oh yeah.
That was awesome. The whole like trippy scene that you know.
Yeah.
There was
some interesting stuff.
Which
Again,
was comic book like, but also within the realm of reality, because that's how somebody would see if they were hallucinating, maybe, right?
Yeah.
Like, so it's surreal, but real in its surrealism.
Yeah.
You know? I don't know. Weird.
Yeah. It was an interesting movie.
Yeah. So yeah, I'd probably go 5 bullets out of 6 on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
And then our last one that we're going to review, right? Because I can't think of any other ones.
Oh,
and probably...
Clown in a Cornfield and Sinners.
Well, no,
still...
Sinners I think we already talked about.
Well, we talked about it, but not live. So, what would you give that one?
Sinners probably about 5.
Yeah.
In that 5 range.
Yeah. At first, it bothered me that like the Smokestack, a movie with the Smokestack twins wouldn't have the song "Smokestack Lightning." You know?
Yeah, it's crazy.
But then I saw the beginning, and because I had missed that the first time, and they have that song, that Wang Dang Doodle, all night long. That one, I think it's called All Night Long, actually. And it has the same riff as Smokestack Lightning, so they couldn't have had both those songs in it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I feel like that one is more Chicago than it is Memphis Delta, and I felt like they were talking about Memphis Delta, but they were playing Chicago blues. You know what I'm saying? A little bit. It was mostly Memphis Delta, really, but it had a little bit of a Chicago kind of vibe, I think. Yeah. But
it was interesting how they tied in
they
all
did
the
come from
music
Chicago too, so it kind of makes sense.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's kind of like a mixture.
Yeah.
And it was kind of interesting how they always, you know, played the music and spirituality and demons and allowing universes to open up. And of course, the whole vampire part was interesting as well.
Yeah.
So what's going on there? But yeah, definitely I mean, we don't need to sell Sinners. It's doing really well.
Oh yeah,
So
definitely.
I think it's still one at the very top.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So the other one-
and then Clown in the
Clown,
Cornfield. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was better than I thought it was gonna be. Like I don't know.
Well, it was kind of straight. It was kind of like just a straight slasher film, but it was.
Oh wait,
It was.
now I remember what happened in it. Yeah.
A little bit of some of the a little odd turn, you know.
Yeah, which maybe made it less better than I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah, you
now
might
that
be
I think
thinking the
about it.
opposite, just because.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess in a way it was an original idea, but I don't know if I liked the original idea.
It's kind of like the one with like that same thing with the Ruse, like where I'm like, is it still a ghost story or no? Like,
Yeah.
because it seemed like they built up this whole, but we can't really talk
This
too much
sort
about
of
that
legend, and then it becomes sort of
because then we don't know because it's kind of a twist.
Yeah.
We can't really say what it is, but it still seemed like there was some supernatural stuff. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, but
it was another weird one. That,
yeah,
But I think it's just that there's no rules when it comes to those kind of movies.
yeah.
You can just make it up as you go.
But there was good violence and good
There was
gore
good
and all
violence,
that.
Yeah, lots
So,
of
yeah.
impaling and
Oh yeah.
decapitations, or
Yeah.
I think you know, I can't remember now, but
Well, definitely impaling. Yeah.
Yeah.
With the pitchforks and all that. Like.
yeah,
But yeah, that was funny. Remember how we kind of like talked about how the squeaking clown shoes stopped happening at a certain point. Like, why would they stop it with the squeaking clown shoes? You know?
Yeah.
Like,
which also like made it an individual thing, you know.
Yeah.
But then afterwards, they were probably like, we can't have. Like,
yeah, that's
I can't
true.
say
Yeah,
anything,
because of
but-
what it turned out to be.
Like at the time,
It
was
would
like
be
it was almost like they were
a
like the other
cacophony,
movies,
yeah, no,
where they're trying to
yeah.
keep you confused, or
Yeah,
like, what is this? What's this all about?
yeah,
Who's this clown in the cornfield?
yeah.
What's the reason for him being there?
Oh yeah.
So I mean, but silly, super silly.
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
and then I didn't really like the turn that it took.
Yeah.
So this one's probably for me like about maybe just right at the 3, just sort of like straightforward, like half
Half of the,
you know, take it or leave it kind of thing.
half the bullets.
If you like slasher films, you might enjoy it a little more, you know,
Yeah.
entertaining, but it doesn't really have a lot of substance.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But lots of gore.
Oh yeah.
So
Definitely.
you go for the gore, not the story.
Yeah, I'd probably do 3 bullets on that one too.
Yeah.
Around there. Yeah.
So. But yeah, that's a
But
lot
like-
to unload there.
Yeah.
For you people.
Like that one's almost like where it might have been 3 bullets and like 5 decimals at the beginning, but then it continued. So now it's like really just 3.
Yeah, there are movies like that where they they're going to go peaks and valleys.
Yeah.
Like I remember there was one that I was thinking like, man, it's a great movie, and then it just started to slowly decline.
Oh yeah.
And they kind of picked up a little bit, and then it really like declined at the end. I was like, oh, that wasn't that great
yeah.
a movie. It really started off good, but
Yeah.
just fizzled out.
Was that Darkness, the Night, or what was it?
Oh, that one, yeah, that was super
Yeah.
disappointing.
Oh yeah.
I just, I don't know. There was just a lot of problems I had with that one.
Yeah.
But, and in a way, this one kind of had those same issues because they were sort of just almost
kind of a
disappointed,
lowering
like-
of expectations,
Yeah.
or a lowering of what it had built
standards
up.
or
Yeah.
sort of.
Yeah.
But yeah, as always, go and see the movies on your own and let us know if we're wrong or right.
Yeah.
If you think Clown in a Cornfield is a masterpiece,
Yeah.
let us know. If you
Yeah.
think Surf
And if you like
Movies are
slasher
flop,
films, you probably have already seen it anyway.
silly.
And if you haven't, it's probably too late.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But I mean, just go see it. Go see it in the theater. You're not
Yeah.
distracted by your phone. Get away from your phone. Go see a movie.
Yeah.
Meditate.
Oh yeah.
Have a drink.
Yeah, just relax.
Yeah. Something.
Like let all your other worries go away, because that's what would happen if you're watching it at home. Like you'd still have all your worries. Like,
Oh yeah. You still be checking your
Yeah.
phone.
yeah, you'd be thinking
Just
about
texting.
things, the things you need to do. But if you're at the movies, you can't do those things. I mean, I brought my computer, but there was somebody else in there.
Yeah.
If it had just been us, I might have actually gone and downloaded videos or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'd probably be like, I don't really understand that movie. Yeah.
I like it more so when my wife's sleeping and she goes, "This movie makes no sense."
Yeah.
You literally just woke up.
Yeah.
Like, yes, your dream didn't fit into the scenario, but. All right, man.
Yeah.
Well, that was. I
All
think that was it, right? I mean,
Yeah,
I can't think of
maybe.
anything else. Sure, there could be something else you saw, but
Yeah.
some weird little independent film.
Yeah. Seems like.
I can't think of what it is, and it's off the theater anyway, so.
Yeah.
This time.
And I am on 3 hours sleep, so probably should get a pretty good night's sleep tonight, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And plus, and you know what's funny? I don't even think we talked Thunderbolts.
Oh, dang.
Because
That's
we saw
crazy.
Thunderbolts after Sinners.
Yeah, definitely see that in 3D if you can.
Yeah.
It's probably like, if it's anywhere, it's going to be gone by Thursday,
Yeah.
I'm sure. So.
But either way, go see it.
Yeah.
That's another one that doesn't really need us to sell. So that
Yeah.
one's in the 5 range for me.
Oh, yeah.
So it's a lot of movies. That's like 6 movies we've reviewed there.
Yeah, that's crazy. We're really getting efficient. I think we really know how to do this.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, okay, that's not in the shot.
Production value is still high.
Yeah.
Like high up. Like where you can't
Oh, yeah.
see. That's low. Anyway. All right, man.
All right. Go.
It's like when we
Yeah,
think
there we go.
about it. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Like aiming.
Yeah.
Just gotta let it
Well, I was like,
natural.
I have to come back at this angle.
it's kinda weird.
This is a weird
Yeah.
place to do this anyway. So.
All right, man.
Okay, well, I'm going to end this
Keys, so-
because I can't do that be right back thing, and then I'll just go back on for
But you
the
got
on
a
the
lot of
radio
hours
show.
anyway.
And yeah, that's true. I probably shouldn't add any more.
Shave it off. Later,
Yeah.
guys.
See you later.